Welcome guys, my name is Ghulam Murtaza Dahar and you're watching my YouTube channel. Recently, a US watchdog designated India as a country of particular concern and it recommends the same to US State Department under the pretext of religious freedom. So in this video, we will learn about the significance of this whole development and the reaction from Indian government. Firstly, let's cover the what part. On 28th April 2020, US Commission on International Religious Freedom in its annual report moved India to its category of greatest concern. The Commission also recommends that State Department should also designate India as a country of particular concern. For US State Department, this category of countries of particular concern contains those nations who are guilty of severe violation of religious freedoms under the International Religious Freedom Act. Last time India received similar listing was after Gujarat riots of 2004. This shows the level of importance this development contains. If a country is designated as a CPC by the US State Department, that means it will invite certain sanctions. Now let's cover the why part. Why the Commission designated India as a country of particular concern. 1. Commission believes BJP-led government has challenged the secular principle of Indian Constitution by implementing policies of Hindutva. Commission believes BJP's national level policies are violating religious freedom across India, especially for Muslims. These policies are encouraging violence against minorities. 2. Commission maintains BJP government enacted controversial Citizenship Amendment Act. This law is discriminatory towards Muslims. Under this law, citizenship will be given only to non-Muslim immigrants. Under this law, the step 1 is NRC, National Registration of Citizens. Within NRC, Hindus are excluded, which means Hindus are not required to provide documentation for proving their nationality. Commission says, owing to this law, detention centers might be created and number of people will be stateless in India. Thirdly, Commission says a culture of immunity for nationwide campaigns of harassment and violence against religious minorities has been developed in India, and this culture is developed due to enactment of CAA, cow slaughter and anti-conversion laws, and also due to the verdict of Indian Supreme Court on the Babri Masjid site. Commission believes these all developments are pushing towards the development of a culture in which religious minorities are being harassed. For instance, under the anti-conversion laws in many states of India, when Muslims and Christians are caught preaching their religion, they are arrested by the authorities. While on the other hand, Hindutva groups are given free hand by the government. They organize mass conversion campaigns with the title Ghar Wapsi. So this shows the scale of discrimination going on all across the India. In addition to this, Commission also notes in August 2019, BJP government revoked the autonomy of Indian occupied Kashmir. They cut the internet. They enforced the forced lockdown. They arrested several political and religious leaders. Even BJP government placed a ban on religious gatherings. This shows severe violation of religious freedom in India. To add more, a report says mob lynchings are on rise in India. Cow protection groups are given full impunity. And it is astonishing to observe that 90% of mob lynching attacks are observed since the BJP government came into power. In the similar way, Christians are also not safe in India. In recent past, several churches were vandalized. Moreover, the Commission also mentions 2020 Delhi riots in which Hindu mobs attacked Muslim neighborhoods. Several people died. So these are some of the reasons given by the Commission that makes India suitable for this designation. Now let's see what are the recommendations by this Commission. The Commission recommends India should also be designated as a country of particular concern by the US State Department. Secondly, Commission wants US government to impose targeted sanctions on violators of religious freedom in India. These sanctions can include freezing the assets of individuals who are violating religious freedom in India and their entry into USA be banned. As expected, the reaction from India was the clear-cut rejection of the findings by this Commission. Indian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Anurag Shrivastava said that this report is biased and this Commission has always been giving controversial remarks about India. He called this Commission as an organization of particular concern. Apart from this, Mr. Anurag said this is a new level of misrepresentation of India. Traditionally, India does not endorse the view of USCIRF, and it has also been denying visas to the member of this organization. Now, if we see the significance of this whole development, number one, this report has globally humiliated the BJP government. It has exposed the Hindutva ideology of Modi government. And if the recommendations are accepted, USA will impose targeted sanctions on India. Having said that, if we observe the current relationship between India and USA, we don't see the possibility of such development in the future. Even when American President Donald Trump visited India, he did not give any remarks on the Indian Controversial Citizenship Amendment Act. So this shows until Donald Trump is the president of USA, these recommendations could not be materialized into US foreign policy. So this is the end of our discussion. I hope you learned something from today's session. Stay connected. We will meet soon. Thank you.